Welcome everyone to this week astrology for the week of September 21st to September 27th. I hope everybody's doing well and having a wonderful day so far. Welcome to my channel if you're new here, and of course, welcome back if you're returning. I'm Joshua the Psychic, and you can check out my website, psychicsun.com, if there's anything I can do for you. So last we spoke, Mercury, planet of communication, has entered Libra. It did so on September 18th. As Mercury enters Libra, communication turns graceful, diplomatic, and people-focused. So compromising and partnering is going to be a lot easier throughout this transit, which will last until October 6th. Express ideas with tact, fairness, and consideration for all signs is going to help you to make the most of this transit. Also, since last we spoke, Venus, planet of love, beauty, and money, has entered practical Virgo. That happened on September 19th. As Venus enters Virgo, love and beauty take on a refined, thoughtful tone. During this transit, which will last until October 13th, show love in action. Express affection through thoughtful help, reliability, and care. So acts of service might be the love language that reigns supreme during this transit. And we're going to start this week with the new moon solar eclipse, which we'll talk about. You can check out the resources in the description below for not just your tarot scopes, but also your written horoscopes too for this lunation on September 21st. So let's talk about this week and how you can make the most of it and make the most of just one small day. That's what we do here on This Week Astrology. So on Sunday, September 21st, Sunday is the sun's day. It's the day of the week ruled by the sun, so you should do anything that makes you feel lit up and joyful, anything that you really, really love to do. It's all about fun and play and just really enjoying yourself because, well, why else would we be here, right? Also, we're starting this week on a bang with the new moon and Virgo solar eclipse. And that's going to create a nice reset for us. Check out all of the resources to learn how you can make the most of this lunation. On Sunday, your moon is going to be in Virgo until 5:40 p.m. Eastern. So during that time, it's good to organize, refine, and handle any details. Now, come 5:40 p.m. Eastern on Sunday, the moon will shift to Libra. That's going to help us to seek balance, to connect with others, and to enjoy beauty. Numerologically on Sunday, it's a 21. For those who know the tarot, 21 is the World card. So it's all about accomplishment, completion, integration, and completion. And 21 represents success and fulfillment also. It signifies celebration, satisfaction, and balancing triumph with gratitude. And how perfect that it's also World Gratitude Day on the 21st of September. Celebrate the power of appreciation. Pause to honor blessings, uplift connections, and invite more abundance by focusing on what you're thankful for. Nice law of attraction trick. Instead of saying, I want this, you could pretend that you already have it. Thank you for giving me this, right? So then you're jumping the timeline and getting comfortable with the new reality that you prefer. Because in essence, what we don't have, it really speaks to a lack of comfortability on our part, right? So whatever it is that you're looking for, you got to ask yourself, are you comfortable with it? And the easiest way to do that might be to pretend or assume you already have it by being thankful and having gratitude. And if it feels a little uncomfortable saying thank you for X, X being what you've been wanting, well, you want to really pay attention there and smooth anything out, any limiting beliefs, any fears. And otherwise, even if you're not trying to manifest, gratitude is extremely important, and it will help you to achieve much more in your life by looking at what you have as opposed to what you're missing or what you're lacking or what you want. So happy World Gratitude Day, everyone. Now, since we had that new moon solar eclipse in Virgo, we are now under the waxing moon cycle. That's the period of time for the new moon to the full moon. The next full moon we'll have will be in the sign of Aries. We'll be talking about that soon. And this is a time for us to focus on our intentions and to take inspired action. The eclipses may have jostled things around a bit. So now it's a matter of, as the dust settles, determining, what are your next steps? What's going to give you that next advantage in your life for all the things that you want to achieve? And on Monday, the 22nd of September, Monday is the moon's day, the most sensitive, porous day of the week. So be sure to double down on your self-care and nurture your subconscious mind. It's very open on the moon's day, so don't give yourself the luxury of a negative thought. And of course, we're under the waxing cycle now, so we're focusing on what we want and taking inspired action. Your moon on Monday will be in Libra all day long. Keywords for Libra include diplomatic, graceful, peace-loving, social, cooperative, charming, balanced, aesthetic, indecisive, romantic, and fair. And numerologically, it's a nice stable number, the cross sum of 22 being stable number 4. 22 represents mastery and ambition. It signifies practicality, efficiency, and idealism, merging dreams with reality. And happy fall, everyone. Monday is the fall equinox. Day and night stand in balance. Honor this turning point by embracing harmony, releasing what's past, and planting intentions for a season of renewal. And in tandem, of course, with the fall equinox is the sun in lovely Libra. The sun will be in Libra from September 22nd to October 22nd. As the sun enters Libra, life turns toward harmony, balance, and connection. This season highlights beauty, fairness, and relationships, urging us to restore equilibrium and seek win-win solutions. That's really key. Libra wants everybody to get along, right? It's a time of collaboration, diplomacy, and appreciating the art of living well. Venus rules Libra, and it is all about the finer things in life. So to make the most of this transit from September 22nd to October 22nd, seek harmony, restore balance in your relationships, work, and personal well-being. This is a great time to mend fences, to understand another person's perspective, to have your perspective better understood. Value connection, strengthen bonds through kindness, fairness, and mutual respect. And appreciate beauty. Surround yourself with art, style, and experiences that inspire you. And this sun in Libra, although it's really romantic, if you notice, Libra, justice is blind, right? So it's a good time to actually look at things square in the face and say, okay, well, this is what we're playing with. This is what we need to do, right? How can you balance things and make sure that things are fair and equitable and that you are satisfied? That is key, right? Because balance is satisfaction to Libra. So if you can practice that vibration of being satisfied but eager for more, again, that's satisfied but eager for more, that's the perfect manifestation space. Also, on Monday, Mars, planet of war, action, and initiative, will enter sexy, sultry Scorpio, there to stay until October 29th. As Mars enters Scorpio, our drive deepens with focus, intensity, and emotional power. We're called to pursue goals with passion, uncover hidden truths, and transform challenges into strength. Mars enters Scorpio, favors persistence, strategic action, and courage to face what lies beneath the surface. This is a great transit for digging, researching, maybe understanding your psyche. It's a good time to do that too. To make the most of this transit, tap into your passion. Scorpio wants to follow only what has heart and meaning. And if you're doing what you're passionate about, or you're doing what has heart and meaning, if you're doing what you're most excited about, well, you've run away with the race altogether, because that's what really it takes to succeed, is that passion. So channel determination into meaningful pursuits and inner growth. Aries also is ruled by Mars. Granted, the contemporary ruler of Scorpio is Pluto, but Mars is its traditional ruler. And Aries energy for Mars is more externalized, whereas Mars for Scorpio, it's more about the internal plane and the transformation that takes place inwardly. Act strategically with Mars and Scorpio. Move with precision, patience, and a willingness to go deep. Scorpios do not like shallowness. They're very deep people. It has to have heart and meaning for them. And embrace transformation, of course. Use these challenges that you may face as catalysts for resilience, healing, and renewal. So do enjoy this. Mars will be in Scorpio until October 29th. If you have strong Scorpio in your chart, especially if you're a Scorpio sun or rising, you're going to get a nice little boost. Mars in your sign is going to give you extra drive, courage, initiative, energy. You just got to make sure that you're not pushing yourself too hard, because although you may be spirited, your body also needs rest, right? So be sure to recognize what limits you have, but still, you're going to be able to go further than normal if you have a strong Scorpio in your chart. And wherever in your chart you have Scorpio, that is the area of your life that's going to be activated. It's prime for initiative and action and success. So do enjoy that. I know I will. And on Tuesday, the 23rd of September, Tuesday is Mars's day. Speaking of Mars is the planet of action, courage, and initiative. So if you have a lot to get done and you have some big dragons to slay, Tuesday's a great day to do that. It's also the waxing moon phase, so you want to focus on what you want and take inspired action. If you keep visualizing the best case scenarios in your mind over and over again, you're paving that path. You're making it more likely for that to happen. So definitely tap into your visualizations and make sure that you're using your imagination for your highest good. Your moon on Tuesday will be in Libra all day. Seek balance, nurture relationships, and enjoy beauty. With that moon in Libra on Tuesday, harmony flows through connection, fairness, and shared understanding. And numerologically, it's number 23. There may be some kind of adjustment to the plan that is needed because the cross sum of 23 is 5, and that can sometimes have to do with change and conflict with change. That's why adaptability is key for a 5-day like the 23rd of September. 23, likewise, also represents freedom and adaptability. It signifies flexibility, adventure, and curiosity, balancing exploration with versatility. So adventure is a great way of handling a 23 or a 5-day, because when you're on an adventure, there's always going to be an adjustment to the plan. That's the adventure, right? It's not set in stone. It's not commonplace for you. So it's a great day for an adventure. And we get 2 aspects on Tuesday. One is a lot better than the other. I'll give you the less good aspect first. Sun in Libra will oppose Neptune in Aries. Now, whenever Neptune is involved in a transit, things can get a little bit fuzzy. We might not be able to see very clearly. Neptune obfuscates things. So your inspiration is going to heighten under this transit, but clarity can blur. So dreams spark vision, yet illusions may arise. Stay grounded in truth, blend intuition with balance, and let compassion guide you. Let compassion be your watchword with that Neptune. Very strong here. Also, Sun in Libra is going to trine both Uranus and Pluto. Uranus being in Gemini and Pluto being in Aquarius, all at their very early degrees. So we have a lot of air going on. In fact, this is what is called a grand air trine, meaning we all have on Tuesday and the days surrounding it a surplus of air energy. Now, every gift is a curse. This could mean a lot of information coming at you, a lot of invitations, a lot of stimuli, intellectual stimuli, and you want to be judicious, right? Because we learned when the sun was in Virgo to be judicious and discerning. So you don't have to say yes to every invitation, be that an invitation to a party or an invitation to engage in a conflict. Breakthroughs will align with power with this beautiful trine between the sun and Uranus and Pluto. Fresh insights will flow. So you might get these aha light bulb going off in your head moments. And transformation feels natural. Connections can open doors to lasting inspired change. So air is a very, very social element. So you might find that things are really taking off socially. You might want to engage with other people around this time just because there's a lot of air. And if you're looking to make things happen, well, there's a lot of people that could be extremely helpful in doing so, right? So much of life is about your relationship. So this is a great time to engage with groups that are aligned with your values, maybe a group that wants to do what you want to do or that is aligned with your goals or has the same goal, right? So really think about socializing because there's some really great energy. It's also Baker's Day. Baker's Day. So long ago, of course, a person's name was associated with your occupation. So baker, if you were a baker, you were a baker, if that makes sense. And this is Baker's Day, although there is some question as to whether or not it is actually this day, but it's a name of Old English origin, baker, derived from the Middle Ages baker and the Old English basir. I did not know that. And it's derived from the word bacon, which means to dry by heat or to bake. So if you know any bakers in your life, be it people who have the surname or people who are actually bakers, definitely wish them a nice Baker's Day. That would be great. And you might want to just stop by your local bakery. There's a good excuse to do that, right? Stop by your local bakery and get yourself a nice treat. That could be a great thing to do on Baker's Day. And on Wednesday, the 24th of September, Wednesday is Mercury's day. The planet of communication rules your day on Wednesday. So again, expect lots of correspondences. Like I said, we have that grand air trine. There's going to be a lot of information coming at you. And some of it is irrelevant to you. Some of it is none of your business. Some of it just, it's not worth it for you to get involved in. So again, remember that it's very, very easy to get involved in conversations or gossip or any form of communication. It's very, very easy to get involved in that. So you want to be very judicious, especially in terms of complaining. We all do this, right? But it's a better idea to really focus on what you have because, again, what you focus on grows. So if you're focusing on a complaint that you have, then that's just going to grow and it might attract other complaints. So you want to think about what do you have to be happy for? Like, what are you happy about? And really zone in there. On Wednesday, the 24th of September, like I said, Wednesday is Mercury's day, so expect lots of communications. We're in the waxing cycle right now. So we're focusing on what we want and taking inspired action. On Wednesday, your moon will be in Libra until 5 a.m. Eastern. So we're seeking harmony, we're connecting, we're enjoying beauty. And then come 5 a.m. Eastern, that moon will shift to Scorpio. We're going to be going deeper. We're going to be needing to trust our instincts, and we're going to be probably very, very psychic. So focus on passion and renewal. What do you want to be passionate about, right? What has heart and meaning? That is the big question when that moon enters Scorpio. And it's going to help you to really clear out what doesn't have passion and meaning. I think a lot of times under the Scorpio moon, we get really clear on what we don't want, which is helpful because then we get clear, oh, I do want this. We get just like every job you're in, every relationship that you're in, if you're not in a permanent partnership, you learn more of what you like and you learn more of what you don't like. So every job or every relationship or every experience helps you to go to that next level. And that's why it's important to, take those jobs and get into those relationships even if it's not the end all and be all, it's a good time for you to practice and to refine your skills. And most important, understand your preferences. The first step to getting what you want is knowing what you want. So definitely utilize this energy on that Scorpio moon energy this week to get really clear on what has heart and meaning. What do you desire? Numerologically, on Wednesday, it's a 24, which embodies stability and responsibility. 24 signifies order, discipline, and caring, merging organization with nurturing. Plus, Mars in Scorpio will be making a square to Pluto in Aquarius, both in the early degrees of their signs. So you got to watch out for power struggles. Are you making an argument, or are you forcing your point because you want to be right or because you want control, or does it really matter to you? So be very judicious on those hills that you decide to die on. Because again, this is with Mars and Scorpio, there is a penchant for drama. Scorpio brings up a lot of our old stuff, right? So you got to make sure with this aspect that you're not making somebody else pay for somebody else's sins, that you're not being triggered and then giving somebody the riot act when really you may have overdone it, right? Overcorrected from a previous time in which you didn't assert yourself. So intensity will meet resistance, possibly with this square on Wednesday. Power struggles stir, yet courage rises. So remember, that energy can also be used to be very courageous and to take a stand, even if it's setting a boundary with yourself, right? Channel passion into focused action and transformation, because that's going to help you to achieve a deeper level of happiness. And of course, along the way, you're going to increase your strength and resolve. So have a project, have something to attack on Wednesday, some big thing. Otherwise, you could get yourself into some trouble depending on where it is in your chart. But, I don't know how much trouble you could actually get into, because it is Bluebird of Happiness Day. This apparently is a holiday that is every year on September 24th. Bluebirds have long been associated with joy, happiness, and luck. They can be spotted on wedding cards and nursery walls, and have been the subjects of many paintings and songs. In fact, the phrase Bluebird Days is used to describe a sunny day following a storm. So you've been going through it. Well, maybe Bluebird of Happiness Day is going to be a symbol of joy and renewal for you. And the Bluebird reminds us to open our hearts to hope. So this will be a day for you to welcome happiness, to notice small blessings, and let optimism take flight. So enjoy your Bluebird Day. I think that's going to be great for Wednesday. Maybe you'll see one. That would be cool. Maybe you'll see one. And on Thursday, the 25th of September, Thursday is Jupiter's Day, the planet of luck, abundance, and prosperity and adventure. Jupiter is all about going beyond the mundane so we can focus on the finer things in life, those things that help us to expand and grow. And it's a great day to think big and to doubt your limits. If you were playing small before, this is a great day for you to say, well, why not? Why can't I do that? I can. Somebody else is doing it. Often it's somebody else is doing it, and I'm a lot more X than they are, so why shouldn't I try, right? So consider that in Jupiter's Day. It's also the waxing moon cycle, of course, so we're focusing on what we want, taking inspired action. Your moon will be in Scorpio all day again on Thursday. Keywords for your Scorpio moon include intense, passionate, determined, mysterious, strategic, loyal, resourceful, observant, deep, secretive, and transformative. And it's a 25. So it might be a day for you to go out on a limb. 25 has a sort of a daring, separating oneself from the herd energy to it. But it's also about wisdom and change. 25 signifies learning, introspection, and transformation. balancing knowledge with adaptability. So this will be a nice day for you to really look and see what you've learned at this stage. And what does that mean? What changes might you need to make? And if that wasn't enough, it's World Dream Day. I hadn't heard of this holiday, but it's a reminder to dream big and to act boldly, turning vision into reality through purpose and hard work. So this is a great day for a lot of success. There's no main aspect that you're playing with, but look, you got a Scorpio moon. It's a Jupiter day, which is all about abundance and luck. It's a 25, which is often about going out on a limb, and it's World Dream Day. So I think Thursday could be extremely advantageous. So enjoy your Thursday. And on Friday, September 26th, Friday is Venus's day, planet of love, beauty, and abundance. So be sure to spread as much love around as possible. We should be doing that every day, of course, but particularly on Venus's day. We have the waxing moon cycle, of course, so keep focusing on what you want and taking your inspired action. Your moon on Friday will be in Scorpio until 5:36 p.m. Eastern. So go deep, trust your instincts, and embrace transformation. Now that shift to Sagittarius at 5:36 p.m. Eastern, it's going to help you to see things from a higher vantage point. When the moon is in Scorpio, there's usually some kind of death or some kind of letting go, or at least some kind of intensity. And when the Sagittarius moon comes, we have the rainbow. And we realize, okay, I guess maybe I was taking this too personally, or I can see this from this perspective instead. We get a higher vantage point and are better able to see things from our higher mind. That being said, Sagittarius doesn't always have that perspective. Sagittarius can think too much. So we also have to worry about that, or just be on guard for that when the moon is in Sagittarius. You don't want to think too much because, well, when you think too much, you lose choice. So your shift to Sagittarius will help you to expand your horizons. It's all about adventure and welcoming a fresh perspective. That's why the Sagittarius moon is really good for exploring areas that are unfamiliar to you, so you can touch upon a new aspect of yourself, which is going to make you inspired. Friday is a 26, which embodies material success and practicality. It's all about making things real, right? It signifies ambition, reliability, and organization. Think material goals and methodical progress. And it's HR Professionals Day. Happy HR Professionals Day to any HR people who may be watching. I hope you have a great day, and I hope they treat you very nicely on Friday. And if you are in an organization, you can wish your HR professional a happy HR Professionals Day. I'm glad that it's on a Friday and not a Saturday, because then, well, the HR professional might miss out. Now, also, if you are interested in making a change in your career, maybe you want to go into HR, there's probably going to be a lot of events and resources for the HR profession on Friday the 26th. So check that out. And I also would say, if you're looking for more work or new work, well, this is definitely probably a great day to network, because, well, HR's they're the ones who hire, right? So there could be an HR event in your area, and if you're looking for work or looking for something to do, maybe contract work, etc., this would be a great day to socialize and rub elbows with some HR peeps. So enjoy that on Friday. And on Saturday, the 27th of September, Saturday is Saturn's day, planet of discipline, restriction, and responsibility. So it pays to have our ducks in a row and set ourselves up for success for the week ahead. And it's a waxing moon cycle, so we're focusing on what we want, taking inspired action, and that'll be easy to do with your moon in Sagittarius on Saturday. Keywords for your Sagittarius moon: adventurous, optimistic, philosophical, honest, generous, enthusiastic, idealistic, freedom-loving, and independent. And it's a 27. Cross sum of 27 is 9. So this is a number of completion. 9 is very significant. It's the highest single digit number, and 27 carries with it that vibration. It represents spiritual insight and compassion. 27 signifies enlightenment, empathy, and idealism. So think inner wisdom and your humanitarian ideals. Remember, everything that you're putting into the universe, you're doing to yourself, right? You're putting that into your world. So 27 can help us understand how we are all one. So if you're putting love into somebody else or something else, you're putting love into yourself, right? So 27 helps us cultivate that. And it's International Lace Day. I mean, who could beat that? From stylish attire to elegant home decor, lace has long added beauty and detail. Today celebrates the timeless craft behind this delicate art. So who knows? Maybe you have lace linens or tablecloths, or I think there's so many things, right? Blankets. I'm guessing blankets. I don't know. But this is a great day to celebrate lace, and there may be some really good deals on lace if you're looking to buy some. I'm guessing that's the case on the 27th. So we did it, folks. We went through every single day of the week. My goodness, all 7 days. Wow. Well, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you have a wonderful week. Check out all of my resources in the description below, as well as my website, psychicsun.com, if there's anything I can do for you. Take good care, everybody, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.